Hello and welcome to Earth Rose Tarot. How are you doing? I am here to do the Aries November 2020 love reading. I hope you're all really well. Thank you so much for tuning in. So this is for Aries in Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus. You might also be connecting with an Aries. Whatever the case, very welcome. Okay, so let's just dive straight in, Aries. I'm going to be starting by asking for any general messages for you for love this month. And then we'll go into the main spread. So, this is for Aries. We get some general messages. What Aries is going to be dealing with in love this month of November 2020, please. Thank you. And a couple more messages, please. This is for Aries. Messages for Aries for November 2020. What's happening in their love life? Okay, thank you. Okay. Wow, what a pack a punch with your general messages, Aries. Okay, so to start off with, we have the Devil. So this is Capricornian energy, but it is generally, it's quite toxic energy in general, but it can also speak about temptation, this particular Devil card for me. Maybe also, being tempted into doing something self-destructive or something that is going to cause some sort of destruction, but kind of doing it anyway, even not being able to see the effect of the action. It's definitely kind of been called, almost like led astray or caught, fixated on something, like could be obsessiveness or let's get more energy, but information, sorry, but that's your first card. Then next we have the Wheel of Fortune. So this is a card of kind of timing, can be divine timing, fated connection or situations, kind of the universe stepping in and having a hand in some sort of situation. It can be also about some sort of change of fate, change of fortune. So almost it can be, if things have been bad, maybe things are going to be getting better or vice versa. But it's definitely like it's like the wheel of life kind of turning and the situation changing. Often for the better for me with the Wheel of Fortune. It is positive change brought about by the universe or something fated. Okay, and then also we have the Five of Pentacles. So this is a card of really feeling left out in the cold, isolated, which I feel a lot of us are going to be feeling like this month. But it could be in relationship terms, maybe even being ghosted, being ignored. But this particular Five of Pentacles is always particularly kind of sad for me because the little girl is like trying to protect this flame, I don't know if you can see that on this camera, from going out. So maybe even in this extremely cold environment. So someone could be feeling a bit left out in the cold or a bit lonely at this time. And then your overall bottom of the deck is the Death card, so card of Scorpio. So this can be a big ending, it can be but the Death card is also about transformation and change. With this particular Death card is also about an ending from something being revealed or coming to some sort of realization, and that brings about an ending which also causes a big change in your life. So let's see, okay, what's going on here? So, okay. All right, interesting. So in general, what I'm getting here is maybe something needs to be made right, but there is an opportunity for a new beginning of some sort. I mean, the Death card is always, it's an ending to old ways and then a start of a new beginning. So, but there's definitely some sort of communication that needs to come in, and maybe you're in like a period of silence with someone right now, and maybe they want to make things right and maybe apologize, have a new beginning with you in some way. Maybe this ending has already happened, but that's just your general messages. So let's go into the full spread now and see what we have for you. So So of course this reading is not going to resonate with every single Aries out there. So if it doesn't resonate for you, then please, check out your other placement readings. They might have something for you there. And also bear in mind that energy is fluid. So feel free to swap the roles. If I'm talking about how one person feels, it could be vice versa, of course. But if it's not your story, then it's not your story, and hopefully I'll be reading what your story is very soon. So let's get into it. I'm going to be asking 10 questions, and then I'm going to layer on top 2 more decks with the same questions, and that will give me an idea of what's going on for you this month, Aries. So I'm going to be asking, how do you feel about your person, the person that you're here for? And that could be someone you're in an established relationship with, that you're just on your radar, or maybe you're single and you want to know if there is a person coming into your life this month, how you're going to be feeling about them. So I'm going to ask how you feel about them, how they feel about you, how they are seeing you at this time, what happened in the past between you and this person, what is the current mutual energy between the two of you, what are their intentions towards you at this time, Aries, what is it about their current situation that you need to know, what action are they most likely going to take towards you next, Aries, what's your advice regarding this person and the situation, and what's going to be happening between the two of you in this month of November 2020. So let's get started. The top 10 cards, please, for Aries. Aries and love, November 2020. Okay, so how do you feel about your person, Aries? The 5 of Wands, okay. How do they feel about you? The Lovers. How do they see you? Temperance, interesting, considering you feel the 5 of Wands about them. But anyway, what happened in the past between the two of you? The Queen of Pentacles. And what is the current mutual energy? Yeah, the 4 of Swords. I don't feel like you're communicating with this person at the moment. So what are their current intentions towards you? Oh, wow, the 4 of Wands. And what is it about their current situation that you need to know? Ah, the 5 of Swords. Wow. Okay. And what is their most likely next action going to be towards you, Aries? The Knight of Cups. Lovely. What's your advice regarding this personal situation? The Queen of Wands. That's your energy, Aries. And what's going to be happening between the two of you in the month of November? The 4 of Coins. Interesting. Okay, and then bottom of the deck, we have the Page of Wands, more fire energy. So, oh, and the King of Wands directly behind that. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Okay, yep. All right, so what I'm seeing here, Aries, is this overall energy is some sort of like spark or a message. The Page of Wands is can be a flirty, playful message. It is having fun, it's exciting, and it's starting something. Now behind that we have the King of Wands, which is interesting, which is a real level up. The King of Wands is the kind of masculine counterpart for the fire signs. So this is a very action-orientated, very charming individual. This King of Wands is also about like a rebirth, wanting to take charge, take action, and going after what they want and bringing something back to life that may almost seem like, like dead, like ashes, having that kind of phoenix rebirth. And clearly it's because either you or maybe this person feels like there is a very deep connection between the two of you and they want to bring things back to life. I think at the moment it seems like you're not communicating. Things have kind of been left in a time of maybe like a timeout, I just heard. Maybe something was said or something was found out, some sort of truth was illuminated, and it's left someone feeling very like up in their head, like a lot of overthinking, and really someone's not been taking any action because they've just been, in thought, taking time out. Yeah, okay. So let's just have a quick look through what we got here for you already. So the Five of Wands, how you feel about them, Aries. So this is definitely feeling very conflicted. It's combative. You could be feeling like either you've been having arguments with this person, or you have had an argument with them, or if they were to communicate with you right now, you're still in that kind of energy where you've got a few choice words to say to them, or you feel quite disrupted by them at the moment. Like maybe there's been some sort of argument, and now you're not happy with them, like how things went down, even though potentially you may have said what you needed to say. But it's a very it's an annoyed, I feel like you're annoyed with them. So how they feel about you, very contrasting energy, is the Lovers. So they feel like this sweet bond with you, very strong love that they have for you. And also this particular Lovers card, for me, always speaks to like kind of that idea of yin and yang, and like opposing energies complementing each other. And for me, it always makes me feel like this, like fire and water kind of balancing each other out. So they may feel like you are their perfect balance. Maybe they feel like you're quite different from each other. Maybe you're more passionate, or like more action orientated, and then maybe they're a bit more either emotional or not passive, but kind of they take a different approach to things, and they feel like that you balance them out perfectly. Now, how they see you is the Temperance card. Now, this, considering how you feel about them as the Five of Wands, the Temperance card is a card of, it is patience, it's becoming balanced, it's kind of, it's also about, after something shocking has happened or some sort of rift has occurred, the Temperance card to me is also about needing to bring balance back to a situation. Maybe they see you as, maybe they want things to calm down a bit first between the two of you, or that needs to happen, is what they're seeing, and then maybe they're giving you some time, or they're seeing that they need to be patient, or just let the waters become more peaceful again with you for the time being. Now, what happened in the past between the two of you is the Queen of Pentacles. So this is love. I love this card. It's earthy. It's nurturing. It's like a mini Empress energy. It's really like, it's having that seed and looking after it so it flourishes. Maybe learning from each other also, and there was like mutual growth in this connection in the past. And so what is the current mutual energy between the two of you? The Four of Swords. So this is also about this, in this particular Four of Swords, it depicts this beast who would basically, if he was allowed to continue like raging, would destroy the world, is like the story behind this particular like fable. So I feel like you have had some sort of argument or real big fallout, and you may have had to say, look, we're having a timeout. Let's just not communicate for a while, because otherwise the way this argument is going, we're just going to say things we don't mean, or we're going to really destroy any foundation that we had between the two of each other. I feel like right now you're taking a timeout from communicating in the hopes that you can then maybe get on to smoother grounds in the future. So now what are their intentions towards you at this time, Aries? The Four of Wands is, I don't know what other card you could possibly get better than for their intentions. This is beautiful. It is about celebrating the good times in a relationship together. I mean, this is basically the card of marriage for me as well. Like, it is a fated connection kind of card. So I feel like with this, and especially they feel like the Lovers about you, and now their intention towards you is the Four of Wands. I feel like their intention is to, stay committed to you, or to maybe get into a commitment with you if you're not already in one, although I kind of feel like you are, and for there to be good times between you again in the future, to get back on track, to celebrate the good times together again. That's their intentions towards you. Could even be to marry you, frankly. Now what is it that you need to know about their current situation, the Five of Swords? Now, I feel like this is literally speaking to this verbal argument that you've had. And I feel like during this time of not communicating, maybe either you or them or both of you said some really maybe brutal things in the moment of a heated argument to, maybe like to win the argument at any cost. I'm getting like, that kind of, oh, no holes barred, but not really considering the relationship, just being very much like, no, I'm right, I want to win, and saying, whatever hot-headed thing came to either of you, and leaving the other person feeling really cut up by the words. So I feel like this is saying their current situation is feeling really wounded by what's happened, or like they're feeling very maybe distraught if they wounded you, and that it's really playing on their mind at the moment. Now, what is their most likely action they're going to take towards you next? The Knight of Cups. This is really lovely, Aries. This is really, it's delivering an offer of love, of emotion. It is someone who is very much in love with you, who was, that's the action that they want to take towards you next, is coming forward with this love. And it's very much like doing whatever's necessary for the relationship, to prove how much they love you. So yeah, this is really lovely. That's the action they're going to take towards you next. Now, what is your advice regarding this situation, Aries? The Queen of Wands. This is basically your energy. The Queen of Wands is a very, passionate, confident, sexy, action-taking, fierce lady. She's pretty damn awesome, but as you can tell from like the volcano in the background, alongside her passion comes also, a bit of like crime of passion, kind of chaotic, fiery energy. She's just one hot, like, I don't know, hot tamale. I don't know how you say it. Like, it sounds ridiculous, but yeah, she's a bit of a firecracker, this lady. So this being your energy, it will definitely get more clarified to see what it is that you need to bear in mind. But so yeah, it could just be that maybe this is in your hands if this is your energy turning up, but we'll see. And what's going to be happening between the two of you in this month of November. So we'll see. It could be possible that they're not going to be coming towards you just yet this month, because they are seeing you maybe needing some time, maybe needing time for things to calm down first, or for the dust to settle, because what's going to be happening between the two of you this month is the Four of Pentacles. So this is a card of like holding back. It could be you, them, both of you, and being quite like trying to protect yourself, being a little bit defensive, holding back, and yeah, having guard up, being quite guarded, and a little bit like feeling a bit vulnerable even to attack right now. So let's see, we'll get your next layer of clarification. Let's see what's happening for you here, Aries. Okay, so can I clarify the same 10 questions? So, the top 10 cards, please, can you clarify for Aries? The same. Please clarify what's already laid out. Okay, so how do you feel about your person, Aries? The Nine of Pentacles, the Nine of Cups. And how do they feel about you? The Page of Cups, yeah. And how do they see you, Aries? The Knight of Swords. Wow, yeah. I feel like you really may have been a little bit harsh, possibly, with your words. What happened in the past between the two of you? The World. Okay. And what is the current mutual energy? Yeah, the King of Swords. Not communicating, poker-faced, very cold right now. Okay, what are their intentions towards you at this time, Aries? The Queen of Pentacles. Lovely, just as what happened in the past between the two of you. And what is it that you need to know about their current situation? The Sun. And what is their most likely action they're going to take towards you next? The Magician. Yep. Amazing. And what is your advice regarding the situation, Aries? The Eight of Pentacles. And what's going to be happening between the two of you in the month of November? The Death card. Interesting. Big change. Okay, and then the overall energy is the Nine of Wands, right? So this is talking about having that wall up, feeling defensive, feeling guarded, also the wounded warrior after going through some sort of battle. Now, yeah, feeling defensive, but also not completely like letting go of the situation, still holding on, but just a little bit wounded from what's happened. Yeah, I mean, and because of that, because of the battle that's happened, now feeling, weighing things up and down about whether to let someone back in or what you even want, whether you want this person in your life anymore, holding back as a result, being very guarded, and things are kind of left in limbo at this time. And there's the devil at the bottom. So I feel like there is this element of maybe feeling tied to this person still, or worrying whether there's a toxic element to the connection, and kind of hoping, maybe still hopeful, maybe needs some healing as well. But okay, let's see. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go straight in and get your final layer, and then I can go through all of the cards all together. But I kind of see what's happening here for you, and it does speak to the cards that we had at the beginning for your general energy, with the devil card that came up there, and it was kind of like, destruction, and not really thinking about what destruction is happening, just kind of getting drawn into that like toxic energy. And I feel like the toxicity might be those kind of arguments where it's maybe heated or passionate arguments, but not really considering what damage is being done, and unable to kind of it's almost like getting into one of those arguments where you just no longer see the wood for the trees, and you just only consider winning and not kind of the damage that's being done in the process. Anyway, let me clarify one more time, please, for the top 10 cards for Aries. Please clarify what's already laid out. Okay, so how does Aries feel about their person? The Hermit, yep. And how do they feel about Aries? The Empress, wow. And how do they see Aries? The Page of Wands. Okay, and what happened in the past between the two of them? The Queen of Swords. And what is the current mutual energy? The Ace of Wands. Interesting. That's good. And what are their intentions towards Aries at this time? Oh, the Ace of Cups. Man, their intentions are so pure. So lovely to see. What is it that Aries needs to know about their current situation? The Emperor. More Aries energy. Okay, yeah. Oh. And what is their most likely action going to be towards Aries next? The Knight of Swords. Cool. What is the advice for Aries regarding this personal situation? The Nine of Cups. Loving the repetition in your reading, Aries. And what's going to be happening between the two of them in the month of November? Oh, the Three of Cups. Lovely. And bottom of the deck, the Hanged Man. This is like the third time I've seen him now in the overall energy. So, as I said, things are in a limbo between the two of you. Things are on pause, not communicating at the moment, maybe needing to take time to see things from the other's perspective as well. And there needs to be healing in this situation. Maybe you still both of you are still trying to keep hopeful or positive, or one or the other is that this can be healed. But feeling maybe kind of either like fearful or something about this connection. I feel like this kind of arguments have made you question maybe even whether you can trust this connection with this person. And now there's a lot of overthinking happening, a lot of being really up in your head about whether to continue down this road with this person, because maybe you were heading towards some sort of commitment, or like a marriage or something, or maybe you're already in a commitment, but it's like, whether do I continue going down this road with this person? And now there's a lot of thinking about that, and needing maybe to take some more time to kind of balance out the emotions around what's happened in the past. So let's see. So how do you feel about your person, Aries? So we have the Five of Wands, and then we have the Nine of Cups and the Hermit card. So from what I'm getting here is that you really feel like they do represent in many ways like wish fulfillment for you. They really make you very happy when things are good, but it's the arguments that are really making you question whether this is what you want, and you're now in that kind of hermit mode, maybe being a little bit detached, very detached from them, taking time to do some soul searching and go inside and think whether you do really want this connection to continue after this conflict that's happened. Now, how they feel about you is the Lovers, the Page of Cups, and the Empress. Now, I talked about the Lovers already, but the Empress is... someone feels the Empress about you. They feel like you are incredible. You are like if you're female, then you are like literally the divine feminine. There is no one better in their estimation. They feel like you are beautiful, kind, caring, abundant. Like you really look after them. You keep a beautiful home. Maybe you, I don't know, you cook lovely meals for them, and you're stunning as well. And they feel like you are, if that you're not already, then you could be the mother to their children. You are their hopes and dreams for a partner. And especially with this Lovers, I feel like they really feel like you are their perfect counterpart. And I've just noticed that this, I don't know if you can see, on this layer, this Empress came out directly above the Emperor, which is their current situation. So even though the Emperor is more of an Aries card, they feel like you are their perfect counterpart, Aries. Now with the Page of Cups, this is a card of apologizing, of reaching out and making some sort of emotional offer. So I feel like they may want to apologize for arguments that have happened between the two of you recently, and maybe wanting to make things right, because they really do have so much love for you. And they think you're amazing. Now, how do they see you? So as well as the Temperance card, we have the Knight of Swords and the Page of Wands. Both of this Knight and the Page are about communication. But I feel like they do want to reach out and communicate to you, but they are seeing you as needing time, as I said already, for the dust to settle, to kind of... I feel like they may have seen that you said something, or very brutal or harsh, or vice versa. They said something very harsh and cutting to you. And now there's that need for give it some time after those brutal words, to kind of let time be a bit of a healer. And but they do really want to reach out. Maybe they see you as very attractive, as I've already said, and they want to message you, but they're just kind of giving... Maybe they also feel like if they message too soon, then you're really going to be like, cut them again. Like I told you I needed some time, and really cut them brutally if they tried to message too soon. So what happened in the past between the two of you? So we have the Queen of Pentacles, the World, and then the Queen of Swords, which is quite interesting. Now with the World, that suggests there could have been some travel. I mean, I hope you've been traveling, because I really hope anyone is at the moment, but I don't think a lot of us are doing much travel. But if it's not literally like traveling to different countries, it could even have just been moving house. And especially with the Queen of Pentacles, she's someone who is, about this beautiful home. So it could have been you had to move. It can also be about just starting a new cycle in life. So maybe you both started a new chapter in your relationship together. And with that Queen of Pentacles, that's a very beautiful, nurturing energy. But then this Queen of Swords it's very different. It's quite, it's not brutal, because the Queen of Swords is pretty damn cool in many respects. She's just not taking any nonsense. She can be quite cold and cutting as well, quite she's very straightforward energy, and she's very like, no, this is how it's going to go, or otherwise forget it, kind of thing. So I don't know. Let me get a clarifier on the Queen of Swords for you. Why is the Queen of Swords here for Aries, and what happened in the past between Aries and their person? Why is the Queen of Swords here? Clarify. Oh, things. Oh, okay. The world just flipped. Okay, so it could have been about travel. Maybe someone that got cut off because someone wanted to move or go traveling. Let's see. Give me a clarifier for the Queen of Swords, please. Thank you. Oh, yeah. Yeah, so I think this is more talking about than in the recent past, that maybe you walked away, or you said something brutal and told them to walk away, or like if they were considering traveling or going somewhere, that you were like, okay, bye then. I don't know. Let's see, anything else for the Queen of Swords and the Eight of Cups now? Yeah, but I'm getting this more like, okay, yeah, all right. Yeah, okay, so with this Queen of Swords, to clarify, was the Eight of Cups, the Page of Cups, and the Three of Swords. So I feel like in the past, maybe there was this growing abundance and nurturing in the connection, and maybe a new cycle seemed to be beginning, like between the two of you. And then there was this kind of very cold, cutting energy, either from you or them, where someone was just like, you know what, I'm done, I'm walking away. Or maybe even like, you're not coming to me properly in some way or another, or that I'm not like completely, fully happy in this situation, so maybe you should just go. But someone, you know, as a result of that, I think we already know, wants to apologize, wants to return. Maybe they walked, maybe you said, you were like, go on then, bye. And they did walk away, but they really want to apologize because they're feeling very brokenhearted from walking away. Or if you walked away, they feel very brokenhearted. One of the two. Let me just put those back there. Okay, and what is the current mutual energy? Yeah, not communicating, cold, detached, poker face, no communication. But the Ace of Wands here is about a new beginning. It's a fiery, passionate, exciting, really wanting each other and wanting that new beginning. Now, it's interesting that this is in the mutual energy. It's not like just how they feel about you. So what this is telling me is, even though you're not communicating and you're doing a lot of soul searching, and you feel very conflicted about them, maybe you do want this new renewal with them, or that spark for that new beginning, the new opportunity. And maybe you want if you're gonna do it, you want it there to be like a fresh start, and like which blows the cobwebs away. And maybe it's like things have to be different. If we're going to have a new beginning together, then things have to be different. And maybe that's also with this King of Swords, there's an element of logic and strategy, and being like, okay, but we have to get some ground rules in place first. Now, their intentions towards you are so pure, Aries. So on top of the Four of Wands, we have the Queen of Pentacles and the Ace of Cups. So their intentions... Now, the Queen of Pentacles is... This is a card who... She's the one you want to marry, basically, out of the queens. She is, as I said already, like a mini empress. So it's no surprise to me that we have the Queen of Pentacles twice and the Empress here. Their intentions towards you is basically to celebrate the good times with you, have a happy home with you, marry you, be in a long-term commitment with you, and to express how much love they have for you, and to have that new beginning in love, overflowing with happiness and love. How else can I describe how amazing their intentions towards you are? It's all good, their intentions. So that's lovely to know anyway. And what is it that you need to know about their current situation? So we have a lot of fire here with the Sun and the Emperor. I mean, the Sun to me is more about the Sun more than anything else, but it can also be a card of Leo for some readers, and the Emperor is your card of Aries. But I feel like this is saying that they've had like maybe even a realization. It's been illuminated to them, maybe during this period of silence, what they need to do. Maybe with the Emperor, it is about taking charge, taking action, maybe not being stubborn, maybe not being stuck in their ways. Maybe they've realized that they needed things very much their way in the past, or vice versa. But regardless, they've become illuminated, and they've come to some sort of understanding from this period of silence between you following the arguments. It could also speak to the fact that their situation is that they consider you, with this your card, the Aries, as their happiness with the Sun. But they are very upset the fact that you're not communicating at this time following the arguments. Now, what is their most likely action they're going to take towards you next, Aries? So we've got the Knight of Cups, and now we've got the Knight of Swords and the Magician. Excuse me. So this is very much that their next action is to basically use all of their tools, make a plan, put their mind to work on how they can make something happen between the two of you, how they can deliver this message to you in such a way that you won't cut them off, show you how much they really do love you. And their next action towards you is to come in and it's to make this happen. Maybe it also might be to manifest some sort of situation with you where they can communicate how much they really love you. But it's definitely coming in to communicate. I just have this real sense of like they're really working out how they can best communicate it to you, but it's coming. Now, your advice, Aries, on top of the Queen of Wands, we have the Eight of Pentacles and the Nine of Cups. So I feel like, the advice, it could be, my first reaction with the Eight of Pentacles is to continue investing, to continue putting hard work in, and the Nine of Cups, because wish fulfillment is possible. It's, as I feel like here with how you feel about them, and with the Nine of Cups, and the Hermit, it's kind of like questioning whether they are really, what will make you happy. And here with it in your advice, I feel like it's almost like a confirmation, like, yes, they are your wish fulfillment. You can be very happy. It's up to you, definitely, with the Queen of Wands, your energy here. But if you choose, you can put the work in here, you continue to invest, and you will get your wish fulfillment in this situation. And what's going to be happening between the two of you in the month of November? So I feel like maybe even just at first, as we begin November, maybe the first couple of weeks, there's going to be holding back. There's going to be this sense of feeling vulnerable, guarded, or defensive. But then we've got the Death card and then the Three of Cups. I feel like this is speaking to a big transformation happening between the two of you, an ending of old ways, beginning of new one, a new dawn with the sun coming up in the background of the Death card. And then with the Three of Cups, this is reconciliation energy. This is meeting back up, celebrating again their intentions, as I said, to celebrate the good times with you. And I feel that's what's going to be happening. And there's going to be this shift in your relationship. And you may be feeling quite reserved about it, but it might just be that they actually work out how to show you how much they care about you, as their next action suggests. And there is that shift, and then you're able to actually reconcile and celebrate the good times together again. So that's looking really good, Aries. It looks like you've been through a fair bit recently, so I hope you're doing all right. But it looks good, and really, this person, if this is your reading, is crazy in love with you, absolutely thinks you're fantastic. So That's pretty damn good. So that's your reading for November 2020, Aries. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please hit the like button. It would make my November. And please do subscribe. And I'll be back in December, the last month of this year, to do your next reading. So otherwise, until then, I wish you all my best. And thank you so much for watching. Bye.